Greetings to the people of Trinity Cathedral in Cleveland, Ohio, and to anyone else who may be joining us from wherever you are today. I've been recording these videos about once a week, sometimes a little bit more often, each week for the past 2 months now, as we've tried to figure out life apart from one another. Since I recorded last Thursday, so much has changed. We've seen so many protests, such an outpouring of grief and anger and pain in the wake of the killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis, and as the result of so much violence, so much loss of life, as we see the lived reality of so many African Americans in our city here in Cleveland, in our community, in our nation. Many of you have written to me saying, how do we respond? How can we be involved? How can we be in conversation? How can we learn about this? How can we heal this? And I'm so grateful for those questions. I have a lot of the same questions. What I'm trying to do is to listen. I'm trying to see and listen and learn about what the lived experience of violence and of not having equal protection under the law, of not feeling like they're being treated equally. It's not something that I've been able to relate to in my own life. And I'm learning and I'm seeing and I'm trying to see what life is like for my sisters and brothers, and to pray for them, to pray for peace and for all those who are involved. We don't know yet how we are going to fully respond at Trinity. I will say that we're going to continue in the work of building the beloved community, even though I think we're learning that it's more important than ever, but perhaps harder than we realized. We are going to continue to take the long view, to grow and to learn and to listen to one another. We're going to respond in ways that we can, but we're not going to overreact and over-respond, which means where we pour out and talk about how we feel about this, because what I'm hearing is a need to listen and acknowledge the feelings of so many people who've been living with this their whole lives. I'm saying that as a white person. We also have a lot of members of Trinity who are African American, and we hold them in our prayers as well as our sisters and brothers in Christ who are experiencing this in a particularly painful way. So I ask that you continue to lift your companions up in prayer. This weekend, we will begin to find some way of responding. I'm going to host a Dean's Forum this Sunday. We're going to revisit the consent decree here in Cleveland. We're going to be in conversation with members of the Cleveland Community Police Commission. We've had a member of Trinity Cathedral who in the past was a member of that, so we do have a connection, and we've been in conversation with the consent decree for a number of years. We're going to revisit that with the Dean's Forum panel discussion this Sunday at 11:15. I hope you'll join us for that. We'll do it via Zoom, and you can connect to that and be with us through that this coming Sunday. As the coming days and of course weeks continue on, we're going to listen. We're going to find ways to be in conversation with one another. We'll be offering invitations for people who really want to go deep, who are really willing to step in and offer something of themselves in order to learn more of what this lived experience is like. And so I invite you to pray about that. Pray about how you feel called to respond and how you feel called to listen and to offer something of yourself. Adrian Cook and I are in conversation, as is the Becoming Beloved community group, as is Adult Formation, a lot of people who are in conversation trying to find out how do we respond. This coming Sunday is Trinity Sunday. And first of all, we're Trinity Cathedral, so it means something a little special to us. We are going to broadcast worship live from the cathedral this Sunday. So you'll be able to watch it on Facebook Live. We will also show it simultaneously through the website. So if you don't have Facebook, that's okay. You can still watch the service. But for those of you who do, we'll be doing Facebook Live from the cathedral. We will be balancing between Adrian Cook and I will both be in the cathedral in different parts of the cathedral, celebrating different parts of the service, and we'll be bringing in recordings of music and readings so that we're able to practice all the social distancing, practice being in church together safely. We'll be able to do that while also being there together and live. So it's a simple way to honor not only Trinity Sunday, but also to look forward to how we might be doing services throughout the summer. Trinity Sunday is not just about naming the three persons of the Trinity. It's about recognizing that God's love is about relationship, about persons indwelling with one another. I want us to think about how we live our lives that way. How do we pour ourselves out for our neighbor? How do we honor and heal and hold the pain of other people while not feeling like we have to fix it or react to it, but simply honor that pain is there. Hold our sisters and brothers in prayers. And then from that place, live and act and pray and love in a way that truly builds the beloved community. That is a Trinitarian vision of humanity. Hold that in your prayers. Hold your companions, your sisters and brothers in your prayers, all those who are in pain, all those who fear for their safety, all those who are afraid, all those who are sick. This is our work as the children of God. This is our work as Trinitarians. This is our work as companions in ministry and life. I'm holding each and every one of you in your prayers. And may the blessing of God, Creator, Redeemer, and Sustainer, hold us together, bind up our wounds, and bring us home.